Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Julie and Jim Traber podcast. I am Jim Traber, along with my beautiful wife, Mrs. Julie Traber. How are you?
I'm really good today. How are you?
Good. You got all dressed up today.
I mean, you always act surprised that I try to pull myself together because we're going to film a podcast.
Well, you had both grandsons
I had
today.
both boys, so it requires a little more pulling myself together after that.
And that wears you out, doesn't it?
No, they were great today. They were really easy today. Mm-hmm.
I'm just letting you know that I saw some of the day. These two boys are never real easy, but, I mean, they get after it. They're boys.
I will tell you, it was really cute. We were upstairs earlier, and my lower back has really been bothering me this week. And so anyway, Clyde had his emergency vehicle, and he says, Gigi, let me know if there's an emergency, and my guy will come. And I said, actually, there is. I said, my back is really killing me. And he said, okay. So he starts doing the thing, and he comes over, and he was like, how can I help? And I said, can you actually walk on my back? Can you stand on my back? And he didn't understand. So I finally got him to get up there, and it really helped. Like I heard something pop.
Yeah.
Of course, then Calvin wanted to come over and get on me. And I was like, no, you're way too heavy to stand on my
I used to walk on
back.
my brother's back when I was little. You know,
Clyde's the
it does help.
perfect weight to do it.
What did he weigh today?
He was 24 pounds.
He is such a little dude, man. He's getting ready to turn 3
I know.
next month.
I know. Sweet little guy.
That's
but yeah,
crazy.
There's so much fun.
One of the things that happened today, so we told the story last week about me and my grape soda and getting cut up and everything. By the way, you can see it's not going away. I mean, it's crazy. But anyway, and then today we went to the mall again. We
Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Yeah.
That's what we do. And tell them what Calvin said.
On the way over to the mall, because we're meeting you, we're taking 2 cars.
Right.
He said, I sure don't want Big Daddy to get hurt again. He goes, I'm going to tell Big Daddy, be careful, Big Daddy. They were both thinking about it.
Yeah.
It
was a big deal. There's no doubt about it. I blew the whole mall away by going down. Everybody was worried, but
it was amazing.
Strong like bull. Look at me.
Yeah, Chet actually asked me this morning. I got over there. Chelsea was in a meeting, so Chet said, "Hey, by the way, did something happen with your dad? Did he fall at the mall the other day?" And I said, "Yeah."
You said your dad? So am I your dad now? I'm so old.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't know why he said that.
He said that?
I don't think he said that. I must be misunderstanding.
Gosh,
With
my
Big
family
Daddy.
thinks I'm so old now, and now Julie's
With
dad.
Big Daddy. No. So anyway, he said that driving down to Norman to take him to Clyde to Honey's house, Clyde started telling him this fantastical story about Big Daddy flying across the floor and busting up. And
He thought he was making up a
people
story
setting
about
up cones, but he said it was so specific that he thought he can't be totally making that up.
Yeah.
No, Clyde told him in detail what happened to
That's
you.
beautiful. That's it's a tough day.
Yeah.
Tough day, yeah. So the other day, this is an unbelievable story, people. I don't know, guys, if you've ever had this happen with your wife. So there were these T-shirts that we were going to wear.
Matching shirts.
They were shirts, right? They were matching shirts. And so Julie went in the other room and she put on her T-shirt, and then she came out and she didn't have her T-shirt on. I said, "What's going on?" She goes, no. You know how she's very particular about what she wears. She said, "It's just not me." And I said, "Okay." So I go and I put my shirt on, and I go, "What do you think?" And she goes, "Well, yeah, that's." And I said, "What?" So she said, "It's hideous."
On me.
On you. But then she said, "It looks okay on you, though." Why don't you just say I'm a big old fat pig and anything looks good on me?
No, I'm saying you're handsome and everything looks good
That
on
is
you.
no
That's
truth
what I
that
was
you
saying.
are. There is no truth to that at all. You know it.
Let me explain something to you that you and J Pids will never fully understand this. When you are 5'2", it is tricky. Like if you put on something that is like too many flowers, too many things, it like overwhelms you.
There was a lot of writing
There
on
was
the
a
shirt.
lot going on with the shirt, and I'm only 5'2". It looked ridiculous on me. Yeah, things can overwhelm me.
But it didn't look ridiculous on me.
It didn't, because you're 6 feet tall. You're a bigger guy. You got big shoulders.
You got yourself out of this one.
Thanks.
You did. She's been thinking about this. You know what happens, people? When things happen funny in our life, we write them down. We got like a notes. We got notes.
If I do something that Jim is like, oh, I gotcha. He
I
pulls
got- no,
out
you know-
his phone
yeah,
and puts
yeah.
it in
I
there.
got to write it down. Well, she's known for like 2 weeks about this was going to come up. And she has been working for 2 weeks on a story.
If I really wanted to be sneaky, I know your passcode. I could go in and just erase your note, and you would never know you'd never be the wiser.
There's no truth to that. I mean,
No, there is truth to that.
No, I said there is truth to
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt that I would probably forget about it. You're
Just
right.
forget.
Oh my
Oh gosh. But no, that's a real dilemma. Short girls, a real short girl problem.
That's
we
right.
have.
That's why there's a song, Short People Got No Reason.
That's not a nice song.
I
That's
love
not
that
a nice
song.
No, we did something super fun. We were just telling
We
Jay
did.
Pitts all about it this
Yeah.
weekend. Do you want to tell everybody
No,
about
you
it?
go ahead.
We went to the circus. We
Dun,
took
dun, 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 dun,
we
dun,
took
dun.
Hudson and Riley twice, I think, to two different circuses. And I saw that a little circus had come to Edmond. And I was like, we should take Calvin and Clyde. They've
Yeah.
never been to a circus.
Is
and
it called the Donatos?
Vernados.
Vernados.
I think we
Vernados.
posted it on your deal.
I mean, if you're listening around the country and the Vernados circus comes, take little ones to
Go.
it.
It
It's
was
cool.
so much fun.
Although I'm going to tell you this, people, I am a huge lover of circuses. I mean, I can't explain it to you. Every single year where I grew up in Columbia, Maryland, the real circus came. Okay, the Barnum and Bailey's circus. Okay, and I couldn't wait. And I think a couple years I went 2 different nights. Okay.
Wow, that's a big deal for your parents.
Yeah, well, I think maybe, I don't know what happened. I think we got free tickets or something. But anyway, I got in, and I mean, all the animals and the clown. I'm not a big clown guy like most people, but anyway, I loved it. But now you can't do animals.
Yeah, they didn't
Is
do
that
animals.
because of PETA?
Well, just a lot of them were not being kind to the animals. They were put in a bad
Oh, I
situation.
loved
but
it, man. The lions, the
we
lion
went-
tamer.
We have an elephant sanctuary in Oklahoma. We've
You're
talked
right.
about this.
It's
we
awesome.
went to
And they come from the
where
real circus.
a lot of the elephants were retired.
And
came there.
people that used to be in the circus live down there too. What's the name of that
And
town?
there's a circus graveyard there. People
right.
that were in there,
Big time circus
the
people.
animals. It's really cool.
What's the name of
I
that
don't
town?
know.
It's down in southeast corner of Oklahoma.
You can Google it, I'm sure, and find
But
it.
we went and saw those elephants. That was so cool.
Yeah, that was very cool.
But this circus, when I saw the tent, I thought, okay.
yeah, our expectations weren't high, but I'm like,
No.
Calvin and Clyde will have a good
Yeah,
time.
5-year-old,
But
2-year-old.
then all of us loved it. It was more like a Cirque du Soleil.
That's right.
Where it
If
was
you ever
just
been to that out in Vegas, that's what it was like.
Of strength and
Oh my gosh, these dudes that were in this circus were unbelievable.
but for a little tiny circus, wouldn't you agree? Like they still did the trapeze.
Yep.
Like they did all sorts of fun
They
things.
did a really good job. They really
The kids
I give it up to them.
were totally entertained. They loved it. You and I loved it. Chelsea loved it. It was just a fun morning to do the circus.
It was really cool.
and
I enjoyed it.
Finally got some cotton candy.
Yeah. So I just want to tell y'all something, people. Okay. She's 57 years old.
Thanks, sweetie. Yeah.
Okay. I could have said 58. You wanted me to. She's 57 years old. The circus started at 11 a.m. Now, I knew that there wasn't going to be any line or anything. I mean, I don't know if Julie thought we were going to like Madison Square Garden in New York City, but we're going to this little tent. So I said, okay, it starts at 11. I said, we can leave about 10:45. We'll get there before the hand because it's only a 10-minute drive. We'll get there 5 minutes up. She goes, no, we got to leave early. I'm like, what? What do we got to do? Well, we got to get there and we got to make sure we meet the boys and Chelsea. I'm like, yeah, but we can do all that. We'll be fine. It'll take barely any time. No. And then she finally told me why. You want to know why? She had to get her cotton candy.
So I'd like to get there early and make sure I can get some cotton candy.
So just to let y'all know that I have to worry about plans around her cotton candy.
And I did. I ordered 2 bags of cotton candy, and it was delicious.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Could we have left at the time I wanted to and still things would have been fine? What time Chelsea get there?
Chelsea got there probably right at 11. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was anticipating a bigger crowd.
Yeah. It's
But
a small
It is
deal.
small, but it was so much fun. We had
It
a
was
great
a
time.
great time.
We
And
had a
they had
great-
more. You could have bought 7 things of cotton candy. You'd have been fine.
I was really mad when we got home that I did not buy more cotton candy.
I mean, this is unbelievable, people. She won't eat so many different. No, I don't like. No, it's too fattening. Too fattening. And then she eats pure sugar.
I do love pure sugar.
Pure sugar. That's all that is. You put it in your mouth and it's gone.
You know what? Clyde had never had it before.
Yeah.
And he was so weirded out. He was like, it just disappears.
That's right.
And I said, yeah, that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
So he had
it
to think about
disappears in
it.
your system
He
because
had to-
the sugar's running all through it.
He had to think about it. And then he was like, he wanted to try it again. So I gave it to him and he was like,
I'm sure when the mama took him home, man, they were probably like bouncing off the walls.
I said to her, I go, you're welcome. I got them all bounced up on sugar.
Oh my gosh, they'll be fired up. Yeah,
But they loved it. The funniest thing, I was telling Jay before we got started here, that just the feats of strength. There was this one guy, we posted it. You'll have to go look, but he just kept stacking these things and he'd stand on his hands. So he was almost at the very top of the tent.
It was amazing.
There's no mat underneath him. Okay. Anyway, Calvin finally just throws himself on the ground and he goes, I can't watch. I can't watch.
And you and Chelsea were like losing your mind.
I was literally sweating.
I was nervous too. I'm just going to let y'all know.
Crazy.
And it was like swaying, and then he'd get it on his hands and he would cross his legs and he'd put his legs out like this and be on.
gosh.
Then he would
And
go
just
on
on
one
arm.
hand. Oh my gosh.
Insane.
These dudes were awesome and they were from all over the world.
Yeah.
Like one dude was, I guess, Italian. Another guy was from Greece.
It was cool at the end of the deal. They kind of told their story and how they got started.
How they got started, yeah.
And he did this lovely little thing about they come from all over, different cultures, different backgrounds, but that basically they're a success story of when you put all that aside, all the differences aside, we really have more in common than you know. And it was just a lovely little way to end it.
And then we got to take pictures with them. They got up and got pictures with them, so the whole crowd.
It was just a really nice day.
That one dude, though, he had like prison arms. I mean,
my
his
gosh.
arms were so you could see every little tiny muscle
They
everywhere.
were all like totally muscular.
Man.
The things they could do was just
And they even had the
Unbelievable.
trapeze. You said that before, but
know.
inside that tent, they set up the trapeze.
and they're flying over our heads.
They're flying.
You and I both with neck problems were like, this
Yeah,
is hurting.
that's the one problem about it. Julie, of course, there were VIP tickets.
Yeah.
And of course, Julie, she had to get the VIP tickets.
They were only $20 more
Right.
than
And
the
then
other one.
5 people, right? 5 people. No, we didn't pay for the little
Clyde
guy.
doesn't. Yeah, Clyde was free.
Okay. Anyway, only $20 more. But the one problem is that whenever they went up high, we had to go like this, and my neck and back are messed up. Her neck and back are messed up. We're just a mess.
Yeah.
After it was over, man, I was like, man, I am really. I'm sore back here.
Yeah, but
That was the only problem.
It was super fun.
It was really cool. I'm a big circus. I love the circus.
And then we came home from the circus, and we did something that we have not done since your mom has passed away.
That's right. Before my mama. Yep. We made pizza rustica. Oh my gosh. People, look it up. It is amazing. Isn't it, Jewel?
Yeah, so I had your mom's original recipe. We found out, I think we've mentioned it on here, that there's an Italian deli now in Bethany, Oklahoma.
Yeah, Angelo's.
And so we could actually get the true meats, the Italian meats and cheeses.
Yep.
And so we decided we were going to try to make it.
Yep.
And so I had to remind myself of, because it'd been so long since your mom showed me. And so I Googled and I found this little Italian man making pizza rustica, which was really helpful and so cute because he's giving you the directions
In this Italian,
with this Italian accent.
Yeah.
He's adorable. But it turned out perfectly. It was so good, if I do say so myself.
Oh my gosh, it tasted just like my mama's. It was so
here's what I would
good.
say to people when they're like, what is pizza rustica? It reminds me of just a really, like an Italian quiche, but it has a crust. The crust is important,
The
I
crust
think.
is a big league.
And our crust turned out flaky and light.
It
It
was
was
perfect.
nice.
It was absolutely perfect.
But it is like a quiche. And so you and I ate that for 2 days straight.
I ate it
for
for
every
3 days
meal.
straight. Listen to this. It has 10 eggs in it.
Yeah, that's why I say it's kind of like a quiche.
You're right. It is. It's very
So
similar.
it's
Although
eggs and
if
meat
you'd
and
have said that
cheese.
to my mama, she'd have looked at you with that little look she used to give, like,
Right.
because quiches are French and, she don't want
Yeah.
anything about that. It's Italian. But wow, it used to be for Easter.
Right.
It was a big Easter dish. And I mean, it was so good. I took it to some boys. I wanted to give some to Jay Pitts, but I couldn't. He was never around.
He
I
wasn't
never
at the
found
office
him.
when he brought it up there.
I know.
I did cut you a piece, Jay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it turned out
It really
so
did.
wonderful.
That was awesome. You did an incredible job. We argued a little bit while we were doing it because you were trying to convince me about different things. And you wanted to put a different meat in there. She loves pepperoni.
I wanted to put pepperoni and leave one of the other meats out.
And I was like, what are we going to do? We're going to change the
and
pizza
so
Rustica?
Jim said, okay. And then he just did what he wanted to do. He made an executive decision.
I didn't want to argue with you. I didn't want to argue with you. I got the meats that were supposed to be in there. Man, it was so good, though.
Yeah.
Now, let me answer a question. The next time we make it, are you going to want pepperoni?
I would like to still try it with pepperoni. I feel like, here's what I believe, and your mother has
Which
shared
one do
this
you want
with
to take
me.
out?
Listen, your mom shared with me. That's the beauty of a lot of the Italian dishes is that they would throw what they had
That's
in.
right. That's
So,
exactly right.
like even in the recipe, she was like, well, if you can't find this cheese, you can use this cheese or this
That's exactly
cheese.
right, yeah.
So I think that's the beauty of it is you
Pasta
throw
visual.
in.
That's what pasta visual is.
Exactly.
Pasta visual is taking all of your, if you know what pasta visual is, the soup, it has little noodles in it. Well, they would have extra noodle. You know how when you put spaghetti, what do we do with the rest of it? We throw it away. We
Right.
don't keep it. Well, they would keep it in a little bag, and then when it was time to make pasta visual, here it comes, and put that in there, and
all
then
the leftovers,
all the
yeah.
leftovers, all the different things that they chop up, the vegetables and everything.
Right.
That's what pasta visual. Well, pizza rustica is very similar, only it's different, a lot different, but it's similar in that respect that it's a lot of
It's
leftover
interchangeable with what cheeses you have left over or meats or
stuff. Right.
whatever.
It's
But
so good. Oh my gosh,
it
it's
really,
so good.
It really was so delicious.
You did a great job. My mama was looking down at us, going,
Yeah.
"That is really cool."
Yeah.
And I had to send it to my sister, take a picture of it, and say, "Hey, we're making pizza rustica," and she was like, "Oh, I love it."
You're so cute. You get very nostalgic with food.
No, I do. I start to cry sometimes when I'm doing it. Like sometimes I get up early in the morning at Thanksgiving or Christmas to make my turkey and the stuffing, and I see my little mom's handwriting on it,
Yeah.
and I literally start having tears all by myself at like 6:30 in the morning. I'll be sitting there in the kitchen just with tears in my eyes.
It's your quiet time with
I mean,
Flossie.
listen, she was just, and you'll agree, but this isn't just some guy saying this. She was one of the greatest cooks you'll ever see, and everybody in the neighborhood. Matter of fact, my homeboy, I told him, I said, I made pizza rustica, and he goes, pizza rustica should be its own food group. That's what he said, because he remembered it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I do. You're right. I do get very nostalgic when it comes to food,
Yeah.
because I love to eat.
Well,
And I'm a fat boy, so there you go.
we ate a lot of it.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah.
So good. Before we talk about the main thing that you want to get into, I would love to talk about my man J.R. Holmesy and Associates. He's a great man. He really is. And not only is he a great man, but he's a great lawyer.
Yeah.
And he's been ranked in the top 10, one of the top 10 lawyers in the entire state of Oklahoma for personal injury. And that's what he does. And if you've had some kind of injury, it could be a car accident, which is usually the number one thing, but it could be something else. I mean, you could have done something at work or something like that, and you need a lawyer. This is the man. And we had a big old car accident. A lot of y'all know that. And Julie got messed up for the first time in her life, really. Am I right, Julie?
Yeah.
The first time you've really been in pain, right?
Yeah.
Except having babies. That was horrible.
Yeah. Except for birthing babies.
Yeah, but JR did unbelievable with the doctors to help you, everything, right?
He just helped us navigate the whole thing. I mean, I can't say enough about that. He's the man.
Yeah.
I think he's number one in our book, for
Oh,
sure.
he's definitely number one. 405-524-1011. 405-524-1011. If you need a lawyer, he is the man. J.R. Holmesy and Associates. All right, what do you got today?
I got something really
By the way, I have
interesting.
no idea what she has.
You don't. I think this is going to be funny to hear from you and Jay on this one.
Okay, what do you got?
I saw this come across my feed, and it's basically, it said, 8 things most men are definitely convinced they can do. And I thought, okay, interesting.
Well, there's not much that I can't do, so what are we going to do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I thought that would be fun. This is a Instagram account that I follow. It's called How Everything Works. And they just have like the most random articles. So I can't vouch for them or anything like that. But I did find this one kind of interesting. And I thought we could talk about
Let's
it.
do it. I'm ready.
So this said that nearly half of men believe that they could land a commercial plane in an emergency situation.
I'm not one of those.
You don't think so?
No, heck no. I mean, I might be able to figure it out as we go along, but by the time I figured it out, we'd hit the ground.
I figured since one of your movies that you quote, since I've known you, is Airplane. And that was kind of the scenario, right? They just had to get a random person to land the plane.
Well, no, but he was a pilot.
Oh,
But he
okay.
had a bad situation. Remember, he was sweating.
Yeah, no, I remember all that.
And he was, and they said, Ted, we need somebody to land the plane. And she was like, he didn't want to do it. But yeah, and then he got up there. Remember, he was talking to the guy down in the thing. Yeah.
You know what I thought?
I don't think I could. Jay, you think you could land a plane? Yeah, the people that say they could, I think, are really being a little bit.
I think that you're one of those guys, though, that if nobody else would step up,
I'd go.
You'd go try.
Well, I'm not going to go down with nobody trying.
Right.
If everybody just stands it.
We're getting behind.
Yeah, no, we'll try. I mean, I'll try it. I mean, I might be able to read it. The problem is, if the plane's going down, you're going to be panicking so hard. You're going to be going, oh. I mean, look, I would try, but I would probably say the chances of us surviving are very small.
Well, they said that the real rate is 0. When men are tested in an actual simulator.
Right. Now, I've been in a simulator.
Have you? To land a plane?
My boy that I went to elementary school and middle school and high school with, that's what he does in Dothan, Alabama at the Air Force Base there. And I
put you in a simulator?
He put me in a simulator.
Wow.
I wrecked it every time.
Okay.
Every single time.
Well,
I
there
wrecked.
we go. You
Every
proved the
time.
point.
Yeah. He tried to have me land with wind and stuff, and I ended up almost a half a mile away from where I was supposed to be.
Yeah, that's
And at one
funny.
time, I turned the plane right over.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So that's why you're under no illusion.
Now, I will tell you this. If somebody gave me a 10-minute lesson, I'd probably be able to figure it out to get it down.
Yeah.
But there's so many, there's so many things.
Sure, yeah. There's
You
a
think
lot of
you could
switches.
land it?
No, I don't think so. No.
You hesitated a little bit there. I thought maybe you were going to say yes.
I would not. I'm like you. If nobody would go forward, you know what I mean? I'd try, but I'm under no illusion that I have any idea what I'm doing.
No, I would. What I would probably do if we were going down, and it wasn't real fast, like it didn't matter. I would just say if there wasn't a pilot on the thing, I would stand up and probably go, hey, anybody want to try to help me do this? I mean, my gosh, we're going to die. That's what I probably would say. That's me, isn't it? And then maybe a couple other guys. And if we had 2 or 3 guys in there trying to look at the thing,
Figure
we
it out.
might have a chance. I do know that you pull it up.
Right, you pull.
I know that.
There's a lot of upper body strength required.
Especially
maybe.
if it's messed up. I mean,
Yeah.
that autopilot, if you're going down, the autopilot's probably messed up. So you got to, I would be able to try to pull it, but I just don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
So I say no to that one.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'm pretty cocky.
Okay. About 22% of U.S. men believe they could, in a fight against a chimpanzee, win.
Well, I could beat a chimpanzee. Jay says no, and he can fight like a man.
So I think there's actual
Now, are we talking about a gorilla? Or are we talking about a chimp?
a chimpanzee.
Is it full grown?
So there's actually, I think on the internet, I've seen this where they get men to try to fight the chimpanzee and it doesn't go well. Chimpanzees are like,
they got wicked claws.
well,
and
no,
stuff.
it's just they're so much stronger than an average man.
Yeah.
And they don't look it, but they're super strong.
What was the percentage of men thought they could beat a chimpanzee?
22%. So you were in that percentile.
I think I could hang. I might talk to him,
You try to
Come on,
pet
dude,
him.
let's not fight. Come on, we're all right.
Yeah,
you know?
who would want to fight a chimpanzee?
Well, if he's coming after me.
That's true.
I
That's
will
funny.
tell you this. If you put me in a ring, I have no chance. But if I'm protecting you or my daughters or my granddaughter,
It's like the plane. You would try.
I would have adrenaline, and I bet you any amount of money I would do at least let y'all get away. Maybe I die, but I'm going to hold him off for a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, here's one. Nearly 6% of men believe they could win hand-to-hand fight with a grizzly bear.
Oh, that's just stupid. I mean, those 6
Listen.
people are total idiots.
I was going to say the percentages are getting smaller with 6%
Look,
here.
but even if one person says it,
Yeah.
heck, our boy in in Legends of the Fall, Brad Pitt couldn't beat the daggone bear. You remember that?
If Brad Pitt goes down.
And Brad Pitt was pretty. He was a pretty big dude in that movie. He was good in that movie. No, a grizzly bear. I'd run like crazy.
It says
from
that a grizzly bear can break your bones with one swipe, just like, bam.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me. But I'm not going to find out. I'm going to try to figure out a way to get away.
Here's what I know about grizzly bears. I know they say you're not supposed to run.
Yeah,
I think you just need to be able to run faster than whoever's behind you.
Right.
That's the key.
I understand that. But if you're the only one.
I love Jim Gaffigan, one of our favorite comedians, when he talks about with bears when they're like, just play dead.
Yeah.
And he's like, whose idea was that? The bear?
Yeah. Yeah. No, Jim Gaffigan is great. Yeah.
He's like, just roll up in a ball and pour some honey on yourself and the bear won't come near you.
Yeah. That's good stuff. I agree with him too.
Yeah.
Who is the one? Is it because somebody was hurt and couldn't move and they didn't mess with them? I mean, I don't care what anybody says. I'm running.
Sure.
If I have a heart attack on the way, at least I'm not going to get beat up by him.
It's human nature, right? It would just be really hard to.
Yeah. You think I'm going to look at a bear and go, and just stand there like that?
Yeah. Oh gosh.
I'm so glad I don't live out in the wilderness with bears and things like that.
Okay, here's a really interesting one. This is more up your alley, I think. Many men think that they'll stay perfectly calm in an emergency situation.
Well, I've been in emergency situations.
Tell me an emergency situation you've been in.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I would probably know. I mean,
Jay was telling me a story about a guy that he was in a band with. He knows that was in a band, and an active shooter came in to shoot one of the singers. This guy dives over, puts himself in front of the guy, and gets shot in the stomach. I mean, that's somebody who you don't have time to think and you just react. We saw a shooter actually in a school in Pauls Valley near here. And there was a story about this principal.
My God.
The guy comes in with a gun. He's literally fixing to shoot a student. And this principal comes running out.
Tackles him.
Tackles this guy.
Gets shot in his leg.
But he holds him there.
Holds him down. And then the vice president comes out who was looking really scared and took the gun because the gun was on the ground.
Yeah.
And he laid on him until the daggone police came. That dude is like, he's like the
hero.
biggest. He's the biggest legend in Oklahoma right now.
Of course.
They made him king at the prom.
But you know what? You
Isn't that cool?
I said, he's probably been thinking about like that. If that ever happens in my school, this is what I'm going to do.
Right.
And then he did it.
I know.
And that's the unusual thing. You don't know.
I believe that one I would be an emergency. Again, if it was my family.
Yeah.
I think that I would be fine. Like if there was a big fire or something, I think I'd be getting y'all out.
You know how they say in an emergency situation, it's fight or flight. I think you're the fight guy. You're definitely.
No, I wouldn't leave.
You're not George Costanza where you shove the women and children out of the way.
Shove the grandmother into the fire.
But you're also not the guy that's going to remain calm in an emergency situation.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
All I got to do is tell you, and we've talked about it on the radio. A few days after my daggone brain surgery, the guy messed with you in the car, and I had slippers on. I was just sitting there like this, and I saw that, and I jumped out, and I ran at that dude. He was coming to yell at you. I said, "Get back in your car, dude." Now, I probably would have got my butt kicked because my head, I was messed up.
You had staples all down your head.
That's what I was going to do, right? Because he was going to try to come after you.
I got to tell you something. He looked scared to death. Yeah. He was looking at you like, what is this here?
Well, he got out of the car because he knew you were a woman.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys, Jay will tell you, a lot of guys act all big and bad if the guy's little or if it's a woman. But the minute someone comes out with girth, then they're, okay, I don't want any part of that. So,
yeah.
And by the way, if I would have gotten a fight, I might have died. I mean, I was like three days after my brain surgery. I still had like things in my head.
I just didn't even know you could even move that fast after your brain surgery, but you did.
What happens is there's this thing that God gave us called adrenaline. You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You hear all these stories of these guys that do crazy things, or women too, crazy things, and it's almost like they don't even know what they're doing, and that's because you got the adrenaline. You don't even know you're doing it. I didn't remember. I don't know I was doing that.
Yeah.
But it looked like he was coming after you.
Well, he was. I had my window down. He was fixing to get a piece of my mind.
And that's the problem right there. You see, the 5'2", 110-pounder over here.
With 2 babies in the back seat.
Yeah, who thinks that she can fight anybody. And, she thinks she was going to go, well, listen to me. You know, what's he do if he reaches in and grabs your throat? What do you do then?
Well, it was the middle of the day on Memorial, so there were a lot of witnesses. In fact, as he was getting back in his truck, everybody started screaming at him because they had witnessed it, right? So there was a lot of witnesses that were...
Yeah. And they were all going, that dude right there is a badass. Excuse my language. So,
well, I'm sure they saw your staples down your head, and they're like, what is
happening?
happening?
In my head and everything.
Yeah, that was...
I just believe that family-wise, it's different.
You're a protector. You are definitely in fight or flight. You're the fight guy.
I'm going to make sure that nothing happens. I mean, or at least I'm going to go down trying.
That's exactly right. Okay. What about this one? Most men think that they could survive weeks off the grid after a disaster.
No chance. No chance.
I think we've said on here before that our son-in-law worked on Alone for a lot of seasons. So the show Alone.
Right.
Where
if you know the show, yeah.
The show is you take somebody and you put them out in the middle of the wilderness and they have to survive. And the last one standing gets, $1 million or something like that.
Sometimes 250, whatever it was.
Whatever it was at the time. But it was a fascinating show because we watched a lot of those episodes or a lot of those seasons. And you do think, I could do that.
I don't.
I think I could do that.
I don't think it.
And you said, hey, Chet, I think what you should do is have an episode or have a season where you take guys like me.
That's right.
That who have no outdoor
I think
skills.
that'd be a great episode.
And you put them out there.
Go in the middle of New York City and find some dude, 50-year-old dude with a beer belly.
A city boy.
Come on, dude. This is your area. I'd be out there like this, hearing things and stuff. And remember, I got tinnitus, so if it was quiet, my ears would be going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no chance to survive. None. Yeah. Something would eat me and I would be like, okay, I'm gone.
Well, I guess FEMA did a report that said most Americans don't even have basic emergency supplies to last out a week. Isn't that interesting?
I'll tell you what, nowadays, I think that's changed a little bit. I think there's a bunch of people now, especially way to the right, that have a bunch of stuff ready.
Yeah.
Well, your sister and brother-in-law are ready, right?
I don't know.
I think they are. I've talked to Doug about it before. I think they're ready.
I think there's a lot of people that got prepped for Y2K and they've still got it left over, maybe. I knew a lot of people.
That was unbelievable, wasn't it?
That everything was going down for Y2K. Do you remember that?
I remember that day. It was laughable. People thought the whole world was going to end.
But they
because of the internet.
Because the numbers were all going to switch over.
Yeah. Oh, it was
crazy,
terrible.
crazy.
Yeah. Terrible.
Okay.
But I'm a no. What was the percentage on that?
We are not a prepper. I don't have any percentages.
I like the percentages. I like to know how stupid men are.
Most men think that they could run a marathon without training, and in reality, less than 1% have actually ever finished one. Which I think that's kind of a weird statistic because just because they didn't finish them, they just don't like running marathons. They don't they don't enjoy that. But I wonder how many men could technically do a marathon without training.
I would have a hard time driving the car for 26 miles, let alone running.
Yeah.
Okay. I have no chance. Matter of fact, I would, if someone walked up to me and said, Jim, I'll give you 10, I was going to say $1 million, but definitely wouldn't be worth it. If someone said, I'll give you $10 million to complete a marathon, I would go, no thanks.
Even if you could walk it?
Well, I mean, if you run, no. I don't.
You wouldn't do it for $10 million?
Heck no.
What are you, crazy? I'd try. Would you, Jay?
You would.
Jay said twice.
You two guys, though, you're in a lot better shape than I am. Okay? Younger. Both of y'all are younger. You having all the surgeries I've had? No chance.
It's funny because we just had the Oklahoma City Memorial Marathon here.
That's right.
And our city does a really great job with that marathon. It's really kind of a cool deal. Our son-in-law ran the half marathon this year.
That's right.
And I know our friends Jay and Diana are listening and they're going, what a sissy, because she's run marathons all over the world.
They just did it in the Antarctica.
Yeah.
And Jay Bird ran a half marathon.
Well, Chet did the half.
Yeah.
And he trained for that. But I actually had to look it up because I didn't know what it was.
What?
So it's 13 miles.
Oh, yeah,
for that.
13.1.
Yeah, yeah.
Because at 26.2.
No, I know that now. I didn't even know what the full
I
marathon
wouldn't
was.
run the 1/26th of a mile. I wouldn't run 1 mile.
I've run the 5K and the turkey trot, and I felt pretty good about
You
myself.
didn't run it the whole thing, though.
Well, I didn't run because we had the babies.
Yeah, you had grandbabies.
So we had to take turns pushing the stroller. But I mean, I can run the 5K. When I used to run, that's essentially what I did every day.
I am the only person that didn't go to the turkey trot.
You didn't go. You were making the turkey.
I was making the turkey. And notice that stopped. You know who wanted it to stop the most? Hudson.
Yeah, the kids hated it.
Hudson hated
But
it.
it made you feel so good about yourself. You're fixing to stuff your face later that you got up and ran.
Really?
You know?
What
Yeah.
makes me feel good is putting that turkey in the oven.
And then going back to bed.
And going back to sleep for an hour or two.
But you know what I think this is with the marathon? It's like when we watch the Olympics and you sit there and you go, oh my gosh, that guy sucked. What is he doing? I feel like I could do better than that. You know what I mean? It's like us sitting on the couch and thinking that. I told you at the circus when I'm watching them do the trapeze, I was like, for some reason, I feel like I could do that. What is it?
First of all, I have never, ever watched the Olympics and said I thought I could do that. Never.
Really?
Never. No, I know how hard it is.
Yeah.
Remember this.
Yeah.
See, this is because of my baseball. For people that don't know, I do a sports talk radio show on 98.1 WWLS, the sports animal. And I played Major League Baseball. Well, there are people that make fun of me because I only hit 227 in Major League Baseball, which is not a very good average. I openly admit it. Now, I've got lots of different reasons. You can talk whatever you want to talk about. That's fine. I'm not going to make excuses. But just to get to the big leagues, okay, for one day, less than 1% of all baseball players make it. Okay.
Right.
So they're ripping me for getting to where I wanted to get my entire life.
And something that less than 1%.
That's right. So it's the same with the Olympics. If a dude goes to the Olympics and stinks it up, he's better than 99% of the people in the world.
You know what it is? It's greatness, though, because when you're great, you make it look doable.
Yeah, but it's still really hard.
Right?
Yeah, you're right. It's like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander for the Thunder.
Right.
He moves like, he's not like our sloth boy, but he moves slower. He's not like this unbelievable explosive athlete, right? And that's why a lot of people don't give it up to him as much as they should. But yeah, he's so precise and does everything
he just makes
right.
it look easy.
Actually, he makes it look unbelievably easy. You're right. And then remember I was showing you that cross-country skier this Olympic who's won like 15 medals and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That guy is incredible. He moved from his home country in Norway to the United States so that he could train in the mountains here. And I'm telling you, man, he's unbelievable. He actually was skiing with these dudes. It was the really long one. I think it's 25 kilometers, maybe 50. But anyway, they're all just drooling and snot's coming out of their nose. You saw it.
Yeah.
And anyway, there's like 3 or 4 of them fighting. And there's maybe like a kilometer left. And all of a sudden, what did he do? He just like,
He
boom.
was just like, okay, see ya.
See you later. And it looked like he hadn't done anything for
I
20
know.
and then just won the thing by a huge margin.
Yeah.
I mean, those people are amazing. But the dude who finishes last in that race is better than 99% of the world. So I never, ever say, oh, I could do that.
I know, but I do think there's that phenomenon that you think, I feel like I want to get out there and try. I feel like I want to try that.
Well, with all due respect, that comes from people that have never done anything.
You're right. You're right.
I mean,
you don't have to beat me down. It's the same phenomenon as when we're on a cruise ship and I think I want to jump off the side.
Well, I do that too, though.
There's just that thing in your head that you're like, I feel like I want to try that. I feel like I could do that.
I'd pay you $1,000 to go on a trapeze. I'd love to watch you on a trapeze.
As long as there's a thing that
Well,
you can
it'll be
fall
underneath.
on.
We're not going to make you go without that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to see you swing and then try to grab that dude.
guy catch me.
Well, he'll catch you.
I think he
I'm
would
just
catch
wondering
me.
if you're going to get there.
You don't have much faith in me. Huh?
Julie, you're 57
I guess next we
years
should
old.
do the what the women think they can do.
Yeah, do they have that?
I didn't do that tonight.
Well, let's find one of those. Let's do that next week.
Okay, I've only got 2 left, okay?
Okay.
Many men think that they could start a business, and in reality, half of new businesses fail within 5 years. So I think this is funny. There's something different about saying that they think they could start a business because they probably could, but could you run the business?
Could you make it successful?
Could you make a business successful? And that's totally different than just starting one, correct?
I don't know. I mean, that's an interesting question. What do you think the answer would be for me? I don't know. It'd be hard for me. I think you could, guaranteed.
you would love to start a business.
Oh, I would, but would it be successful?
Well, you are an ideas guy, and
Right.
you would want me to run it.
Well, yeah, I'd make you the general manager. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
you'd be the CEO.
But here's my biggest problem is I do not like to deal with cluelessness. You know
Right.
that. No matter what it is. If you have a job, I don't care if it's a server at a restaurant or being a garbage man, whatever it is, do the best that you can and do it right. So if I had people working underneath of me, whatever job it was, and they didn't do what they were supposed to do, I'm afraid I would unload.
I don't think you would. I really think.
But I am that way, though.
I know that you're that way, but I really think you would be a good manager.
Really?
Yeah, I think you have high.
I think I could run a radio station. I don't know if I could do anything else.
I think you have high expectations, but you're really good at motivating people with your words. Just, I think you're a motivator. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I think you could be a really good manager.
I mean, I agree with you.
And you
that
appreciate smart people, so I think you would surround yourself with people who could
are
get the
smarter
job
than
done.
me.
Yeah, who could
Isn't
get
that
the
what
job done.
everybody says who's successful? All successful businessmen say, put people around you that are smarter than you.
Right. I mean,
And the ones that put idiots around them, they're not good
if
leaders.
you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Right,
That's the key.
right. And Mr. Fowler was that way, was he not?
Oh yeah, he was amazing.
Yeah, he wanted really good people around him. And some people are threatened by that, though.
A lot
And
of
that's
people,
when you're not
a lot
strong
of
enough
people
inside.
are threatened by that.
Yeah. The first person I'd put around me is you because I think you'd run the thing great.
Well, you did for life, so that's a huge compliment.
Although I run this one. I'm just kidding you.
You're the
Everybody
CEO.
knows.
You're the CEO
yeah,
for
I
sure.
know. CEO, the one CEO that just sits there. Yeah, I know that. So.
Okay, here's the last one. 93% of men believe that they are better than average drivers. Nailed it. This.
I'm going to let you know something here. Okay.
I know what you're going to say.
You have never met someone who's a better driver than me, ever. I'm 64 years old. I've got the reflexes of a cat. I never am nervous. But sometimes we'll get in those areas where they got the thing on the side and you're like freaking out. And what am I doing? I'm just driving. Am I right?
That's true.
Go ahead. Tell everybody you think I'm a bad driver.
I'm not going to say that.
I'm a
That's
great
not what this
driver.
is about. Here's what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were fixing to go on a rant about how every time you
God.
passed a bad driver and looked in the window, because you are that guy that has to turn around and like see who's behind the wheel. What do you say
It's a woman.
every time?
Oh, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just going by what's happening. Yeah, if you don't listen to my radio show, people, the biggest thing that drives me crazy is people in the left-hand lane going the speed limit or under. And I am telling you, we got a road out here, the Hefner Parkway, and it has 3 things. Every day I get on that Hefner Parkway, and the left-hand lane, there's somebody over there like this with both hands on their steering wheel. And when I get up there, it's either a man that's 110 or a woman. And then I don't know if you know what I do, people, but I will let you know. Julie doesn't like it. I get by him on the right. Then I pull in front of him. I roll my window. Look at this. Look
I
how
know,
old I
you're
am.
rolling
I
it.
roll my window down. I roll my window down, push it, and then I put my hand out the door and go like this. Get the heck out of the left-hand lane.
And he does scream that in the car. They can't hear you. You know that, right?
They're close with my voice. And sometimes, right away, they put their little blinker on. Sometimes they give me the finger, which is the dumbest thing, people. I'm sorry, you're going to get killed someday if you give the finger to somebody that's the wrong
Given
person.
to the wrong person, yeah.
And then sometimes they'll like go like this to me. I had a young girl the other day just literally go off on me. And I'm thinking, do you understand that I could literally jam my brake on and have you hit me and you would be blamed and then I would just, you might get hurt? I mean, think of what people could do to you.
Hey, sweetie, I didn't mean to end this whole thing with you sounding like a psycho
Well, you should have said
on the
that
road.
one first then. Listen, that's not psycho. It's the law. You don't ride in the left-hand lane.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
I'm telling you, every single day.
Well, I remember one time you were on this rant and our youngest daughter said to you, well, I do that because they shouldn't be going faster than what I'm going anyway. And you lost your mind. You were like, that's not up to you to decide, how fast someone should go. It makes people enraged.
It's unbelievable. Like today,
Yeah.
there was a person in the right-hand lane. I'm not lying to you. The speed limit was 65 where I was. They were going 50. 15 miles under the speed limit. But they were in the far right lane. Go for it.
Yeah.
If you want to sit over there like a little yard bird,
If you want to
do
be
it.
scared.
Yeah, if you're scared, go over it. But you know what they say? I had a woman, because I've talked about this on my radio show many times. I'm hoping that I'm going to help people. I tell people while I'm on the air saying, hey, if you're in the left-hand lane right now and you're going to speed limit, move over. Especially you ladies. But I had a lady message on my show, and you know what she said? She said, I think it's much smoother over there.
There's not all sorts of people trying to get on and off the freeway. Yeah. They need to be in the middle lane, though.
Yeah, when there's three.
I understand, because here's what happens. Some people listen to you and they just stay in that far right lane. And then those of us trying to get onto the highway, they're going under the speed limit and you're trying to get over and they won't move.
Well,
and
if you know how to drive and you're in the right-hand lane and someone's getting on, you move over to the middle lane and let them get on. But they don't do that. They don't know what they're doing. It's like they never went to school to drive people.
Do you think that's what the problem is?
I don't know what the problem is. I don't think they care. I think they just sit there, and a lot of the young girls are on their phone. They got their phone like this, and they're in the far left.
That is the scariest thing to me, is just how many people are distracted with their phones.
It's terrible for these young girls.
Because a lot of times, like, you can watch it, like us on the highway on a road trip. You'll be behind someone for a while, and then you'll start seeing them get erratic. Like, they'll start slowing down, they'll kind of weave a little bit, and then you go by them, and they're on their phone.
I know it.
So they think they're not distracted. They think, oh, I can drive and do this at the same time. But you can visibly see what's happening when they're on their phone.
I will tell parents, when your kids when they get to 16 years old, some of you already probably been past that, but when they get to 16 and they get a license, you need to make sure they know that rule. And the other thing, especially if they're girls, I know I'm a sexist. There you go. Especially if they're girls, do not give the finger. Don't do anything, Just stay away from them. And if somebody does something like that, because I'm telling you, the guy's gonna be a gang member or something someday.
I actually heard a policeman the other day saying to tell young girls, don't even honk your horn at them.
No.
Anything that could set off a psycho, especially when you're alone or it's just you and another girl or something, just don't do anything.
You know what I say? What if the guy, his wife just left him?
Yeah.
What if he just drove out of his house and his wife said, I'm leaving you?
There's actually
and then the
movies.
next thing you know, you're giving him the finger.
There's actually movies about that. Yeah.
So I'm just telling you, people, tell your daughters, get out of the daggone left-hand lane and don't mess with anybody,
Well,
man.
look at this. This turned into a total public service announcement. Just go ahead and tell them you're one of the 93% that believe
I'm above the 93.
that you're a better than average driver.
I would say that probably that's impossible because that's wrong. I would say that 70% of men probably are good drivers, and I am way above that. I'm past that. I'm a tremendous driver.
Okay. Where do you think you fall in the 100%?
Top 1%.
Top 1% of drivers?
Sure I do, yeah. Okay. 64 years old, still going. Strong.
At what point do you think that maybe you'll start to lose a little bit of your edge as a driver?
I don't know.
Like what age?
If I lose an edge as a driver, then I will probably stop driving faster.
Okay.
Yeah. I told you. I got to tell a quick story. Yesterday, I had to drive all the way out to Sayre. Now, if you're not from Oklahoma, it's about an hour and 40 or 45 minutes from our house. Jay says 2, but the way I drive, it's an hour 40, hour 45. So I drive out there, and I had to get gas, and I hadn't eaten lunch yet. My show starts at 2 o'clock. It was like 1:20. So I pull into the Burger King, which, is okay. But I got a chicken sandwich, and I got what else did I get? I got an apple pie, I think. Yeah, I got a little baby hamburger and an apple pie. And then I pull in and I get gas, okay? While I went to the Burger King, I went to the bathroom. So I get back on the road. I'm eating. I'm driving. I got a little while to go to Sayre. I get to Sayre at the exit, and I'll be daggone if I don't have my phone. Okay? No phone. Now, I need my phone. It is 1:36. No, I'm sorry, 1:42. 1:42. All right? It is 15 miles. Exit 15, exit 30. 15 miles that I have to go back and forth to get this phone. Not to mention go into the Burger King, find out where the daggone phone is. I made it in 18 minutes. 18 minutes. Now that is big league. And I told everybody on the air, just like I'll tell you, I was going way over the speed limit. But I had to get there for my show.
The fact, though, that doesn't mean that you're a great driver.
Perfect driver. Everything was fine.
It means that you're breaking the speed limit.
It means that at 100 miles an hour, I can react to anything. That's what it means. You're laughing at me over there, but I'm telling you, my reflexes are like, Gah!
I want everyone to know I'm not laughing. I'm not happy about this story. I don't like it. And I disapprove.
Made it back at
I disapprove of this story.
2:02, I made it.
And I think for the young people listening to this, you shouldn't.
So you think we got a lot of kids listening?
You shouldn't condone this type of behavior.
I don't condone it. You know why? Because they can't drive as good as me.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's talk about something I do approve of 1,000%.
What's that?
And that's you getting the word out about Rob's Ranch.
And that's where I was. I had to get there. I had to get to Rob's Ranch on time so I could talk about it. We love Rob's Ranch. This place is a Christ-centered recovery center for men. They have 2 different locations for the men, one in Sayre, Oklahoma, and one in Purcell. One's 30 days, one's 90 days. They've opened a new one in Edmond, not far from us. That's for everybody, not just men. And it's an outpatient one. But what they do I was out there the other day. I had 3 different men come in, tell me, thank you so much. I listened to your program. You helped me get here. The other day, I had a guy got his 2-year ring. He'd been sober for 2 years. It is big league. It is the most unbelievable thing that I've ever been a part of. And I've never done any,
That's wonderful.
As long as we've been together, I've really never done anything good.
That is so not true.
But good for like a charity or something
involved with something life-changing like this. Yeah.
And I love them so much.
Yeah.
Here's the other deal. You know somebody, maybe it's you. Let's get you. And if you want to go to my Instagram, at Jim Traber, you can leave me a message, and I'll help you get to it. That's how I've done a lot of people. They send me a message and say, I need some help at Rob's Ranch. Boom. I call them. We get numbers. Boom. They get it. You go. You get help. And if you don't have the money, there's scholarships. And if you want to donate, right, at robsranch.org, the very
Scroll
bottom.
Down to the bottom.
Donate. Give some money. $5, $100, whatever you want to do.
You can't give to a better organization.
No. Yeah. It's unbelievable. We are helping men become what they used to be, the real men that they should be.
And the ripple effect with the families, the kids, it's just...
Parents.
It's the path to miracles.
It is definitely the path to miracles. All right, Jill. Well, that was good stuff today.
It was fun.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you very much. You don't think I'm a good driver? That's really a shame. I'm a great driver.
You are a good driver. I just wish you'd slow down. That's all.
If I slowed down, I'd probably be a bad driver.
Okay.
I got to have excitement.
I love you.
I love you too. We'll be back. By the way, don't forget about our new YouTube channel. You can go there. Everybody subscribe, follow, do everything you're supposed to do.
Like us, whatever.
Everywhere. Tell your people, tell all the people you know about this podcast. It will be back next week. It's called the Julie and Jim Traber Podcast.